Then you masala tea. Cái tao này sử dụng mà xin làm水啊，因為 masala tea 係嘛？Light tea 啊，佢哋啊，light low ，light low。कितना आएगा पियो यहाँ से? देख रहे हो? एक लाइट भी थी। सुनो।
Some of the guys from the back, if you are being blocked by the cameras, please come up to the front. There's a few more seats here. I would love to see your beautiful faces. So there's a chair here, there's two more there. Please come up. Okay, we're about to start. I like to start on time, but I think I've been very, very generous with the 5 minutes time. Let's do it, yeah? We're actually missing one speaker. Maggie and I have... Huh? She's here? Yeah. Which one is that?
Maggie.
Oh, okay, so let's wait a few more minutes.
Tea.
You can start.
Okay. I want to respect her. Yeah. Yes. Hi. Okay, so I'm the lead, so I'm starting, and we have a moderator here who will keep us on time. I just want to give you a quick plan of the day, of the hour, sorry. We'll probably do 15 minutes each and then open up to questions. I'm going to start off with myself. My name is Dee Wong. I'm from Los Angeles. I live there. I'm originally from Hong Kong. My parents are here to support me today with my sister. Yay! Thank you so much for coming. I always start my speeches by thanking you guys for showing up, because that is really the most important part of what we do. We want an audience, and we care for your presence here. Your presence is our present. So let's talk about stress relief and taking time for yourself. What a great subject. I saw it and I thought, this is something that I really am passionate about for myself. I am a mother of 4. I have a 7-year-old boy, a 4-year-old girl, and twins at 2.5. So, and I own 5 businesses. So I do know something or two about stress relief and taking time for yourself. So I get this question a lot when I get interviewed on TV, podcasts, magazines, just friends and acquaintances. Dee, how do you do it all? How do you balance your business life and your personal life when you have 4 little ones under the age of 7? I get that on a daily basis by so many people. And really, the ultimate question that people should be asking me is not, Dee, how do you do it all? It's, Dee, how do you do it all with a smile on your face and positive attitude? Because that is who I am. I am always smiling. I am always positive. And most of the time, you will not find me stressed. You'll find me happy and bubbly. And I don't know how I do it, actually. I just have a very positive mindset. So what I say is, begin with your mindset. Begin with that inner voice in your head that is positive, that talks back to you with good attitude, with love and kindness. So if you find yourself with a negative voice, always try to cancel it. I always say cancel it. If you say something nasty to yourself, cancel it. And then try to reflect back and talk positive to yourself. That is my number one answer to how do I do it with a smile on my face. My secret sauce is in the title of this presentation today, and that's why I picked it. It's really taking time for yourself. I really do put that as my priority. And when I live my life in LA, I know my schedule. I know what I need to do for my businesses, and have quality time with my children. But at the end of the day, I put myself first. And it might sound selfish to a lot of you, but actually it is the most selfless thing to do, because when you love yourself, you put yourself first, you give yourself time to rejuvenate yourself, to love yourself, then you are happy and positive, and that is what ultimately brings me success. I have been creating and manifesting so much positivity in the last 2 years of my life that I really think, what is it about me that people are drawn to? It is really how I speak, because of my inner happiness. When I speak to people, it comes out just naturally. It comes out with a smile. So my alone time is really my sanity. I'll give you an example. My little story that I want to tell is I recently became a speaker. I haven't been a speaker for long. In fact, I launched my speaking career March 24th of this year. So we've only been, it's been a month. And I've already spoken, probably, this is my 7th time speaking. And the very first time when I spoke, obviously it was new to me. I was standing on the stage, and the preparation before I stepped on the stage would normally, to a normal person, be nerve-wracking and, I must learn my lines, I must know all my points, and I must memorize what I have to say. But funny enough, the day before I had to go on stage, I took a day for myself. I took the day to go to a spa and had a facial, had a massage, and actually just read a magazine that has nothing to do with what I was going to speak about. And it was something that I didn't plan. It was a spontaneous thing, because I was a little bit stressed about stepping on stage and being a new speaker and having to perform. Somehow, something in me was telling me, Didi, forget about it all. Because it's all in your head. You've prepared enough. If you've prepared enough, you shouldn't be nervous at all. And why don't you just make an appointment and go to the spa? So I did. I found myself in Burke Williams at LA, and during my massage and my facial, that was really my real alone time, my quality time when I shut my eyes, had someone take care of me, and that was when I really focused on just enjoying the touch, or enjoying, the creams being on my face. But also, it was very natural to me. The points came to me just naturally as I was being massaged, what I'm going to talk about the next day. So, that is something that I encourage you guys to do when you are preparing for something that is important to you, preparing for something that is, scary, or the first time, actually the opposite way. Instead of looking at your lines, stressing about it, and making sure you know every single thing, let go, put it down, and go and enjoy yourself. Do something that you love to do. Be it spending with your family, be it going to a spa like I did. I like alone time myself, so that is what I did. I want to say that stress relief and taking time for yourself has to be a decision that you have to make for yourself. It's something that you consciously in your brain have to say to yourself, I am going to block time to take care of myself. And then you may write down a list of activities that you like to do and makes you happy, and then you choose something to do. And I really want to stress the fact that you absolutely should not be guilty at taking care of yourself. A lot of us women are caretakers. We are mothers. We love to give our time to serve others. We love to give our time to cook. We take care of our children, or do something that is for other people. How about doing that for yourself? How about putting yourself as your own best friend? Because that's how I see myself. I am my own best friend. I am comfortable in being with myself, and I take time. A lot of times I go to the cinema by myself, I go watch a musical theater by myself, and actually those are great times when I go out to socialize, because I'll make new friends. And I really think that what is really important is trying to find things that make you happy, so you are a confident woman day in, day out, so whenever you go out, you give that feeling out to the world. So I want to give you some tips on stress relief and taking time for yourself. As a speaker, I love to inspire, but I also really love to give practical tips. So in this subject, which is such a light but happy subject, I love this subject of taking care of yourself. I would comment on the 5 senses. Think about the 5 senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you touch? And what do you taste? So if you are specifically blocking time for yourself, think about those 5 senses to help you choose the right activities for yourself. What do you see? Maybe you think about the lighting, maybe dimming it down, maybe even turning them off and putting some candles on. And what do you see? Maybe you like to read, maybe you like to watch something that calms you down or makes you laugh. So that is a really good. Some people actually just love watching YouTube videos and that relaxes them. To other people, that's too much. Moving on to what do you hear? Do you want to actually have complete silence? Which actually, I kind of really like my silence because I have 4 little ones. They're always, running around, chaotic at home, and I'm on the phone quite a bit for my business. So when I choose to take time for myself, I like silence. I like turning off, unless there are times when I like to turn on my yoga music, like just ohms and very, very calming music. And some people just even like just white noise, which I know kind of sounds funny, but white noise I put on for my babies and they calm down. Obviously we know that as mothers, and actually as adults, some people like to just have the sound of the ocean or have the sound of the wind or something like that can calm you down. What do you smell? Putting on the candle might make you, feel more relaxed. I like using diffusers myself. I love the smell of eucalyptus and lavender. Those are very much my favorites. And I make my home smell like a spa. And then what do you touch? What are you wearing? And actually, appropriately, I try to wear something very relaxed today because I've been in corporate clothes in the last 2 days. So I wanted to be relaxed to show you that today, the topic is relaxing and taking time for yourself. And then lastly, tasting. Obviously, if you are blocking time for yourself, you could take a mint or something that open up your senses, or drinking alkaline water. But having something good to eat is also very good to take care of yourself. So those are obviously this is a topic that you can research so easily on the internet, but it's also good to hear it from a human voice. And for me to just remind you what you could do. So I hope I helped you a little bit, and I'm going to introduce Maggie Weber, who is the next speaker, up, and thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Didi. Maggie Weber here from Tasmania, the little island off the bottom of Australia. Little heart-shaped island, which is very appropriate seeing an object for my business is bringing the heart back into business. And that's really what I want to talk with you about today, about why it's so important to go to the heart as opposed to the head, because the heart is way more intelligent. than your head will ever be. In fact, it's interesting because we've got an electromagnetic field that goes out from our brain that's an inch. The electromagnetic field from your heart is between 3 feet and 10 feet, and they haven't got equipment big enough to measure it more than that. That's how intelligent it is. Okay, so I'm going to give you a 2-day workshop in 15 minutes. Let's see how we go. And resilience, sometimes people think, we hear the word resilience a lot in business these days. Resilience sort of sounds like strong, tough. It's not that. It's actually about being in the past, in the present, and in the future. Being in the past, being in the future, and in the present all at once. I'll give you a little definition of resilience. It's the capacity to prepare for, recover from, and adapt in the face of stress, challenge, and adversity. And it's doing it in the moment. Now, I meditate every day for between half an hour and an hour every day, having studied with Deepak Chopra 22 years ago, being his first meditation facilitator in the Pacific Rim, which was quite an honour. So I still meditate every day. And I get massages regularly. But the thing I love about a heart map is that you can do it bang, in a minute, in 30 seconds. And I can show you on a computer afterwards what you can do in 30 seconds of your whole physiology. So our resilience is like a battery. We've got this battery inside us, and so that's the amount that you've got stored to be able to handle what's going on, handle your reactions to people, places, and things. And it's funny because people say, "Oh, I'm in a stressful job," or "the kids are stressing me out," or stress, 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 as if it's outside of us. And it's not. Stress is a choice. Stress is a choice. Because depending on how we react to a person, place, or thing, decides whether we kick in the cortisol, or the stress hormone, or whether we actually kick in DHEA, which is the vitality hormone, the youth hormone. The irony of it is that, actually I might just draw this for you quickly. Can I walk away? DHEA and cortisol come from the same precursor in our body. So we've got cortisol here, stress hormone, DHEA, youth hormone. And we've got an event here, person, place, or thing, and then we have a reaction to that event that we choose. In our body, we have something called pregnenolone, without getting too scientific. It's a hormone. Pregnenolone. So depending on how we react to that event decides whether we kick in the cortisol, which is actually the precursor to testosterone, the male hormone, or whether we kick in DHEA, the vitality hormone. So depending on how you react to an event decides whether you age yourself faster than anything, send yourself grey faster than anything, it's all out of the bottle, and or kick in the youth hormone and reverse your biological age. See, sometimes people say to me, "Maggie, where do you get all your energy from? Try meditating for an hour a day. Try eating good food. Try getting proper sleep." And that means that my biological age, my chronological age is I'm 62. My biological age is around about 46. And your psychological age, pardon me being a bit rude here, but Mae West said it best, you're as old as the man you feel. So it's all to do with how we, it's all to do with how we react to what's going on. It took a little while for some of you there. How we react to what's going on in our lives. Right, so let's get back to resilience. We've got 4 domains of resilience. We've got that physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And it's the emotional one that pulls us out the most quickly. That's when we get into the drama and all these sort of things here. So your physical is your physical flexibility, endurance, and strength. That's what's important to go to your gym. Mental flexibility, but more important too, is how you incorporate multiple points of view in your life. Mental flexibility. Emotional is emotional flexibility and your self-regulation, how you choose to react. And then you've got your spiritual flexibility, which includes tolerance of other people's points of view. And then right in the middle, we've got coherence. That's what we want to get to, because that's the most efficient state to be in. So the depleting emotions, we're going to get to in a little while, are the ones that suck our resilience from us. Okay? And each time you choose an emotion, you are kicking in a stream of 1,400 different biological reactions in your body. And as I've mentioned before, cortisol and DHEA are two of those. So it's just a simple little exercise that you can do. I had a situation with my daughter the other day. She had a terrible thing happen to her. I won't go into the detail. And she was having a panic attack. And some people say, oh, you know, I get a lot of panic attacks. And they go to a doctor and the doctor gives them a pill. Or a whole lot of pills. And it's usually sleeping pills as well. I said to her, honey, what I want you to do is I want you to stop. Stop speaking. I just want you to put your focus on your heart. I want you to breathe in for 6. Breathe out for 6. Breathe in for 6. Breathe out for 6. 30 seconds. Panic attack. Gone. No pills. Why do we need all the pills? You know, because they just lead to all kinds of other addictions. So the thing about heart-focused breathing, it takes the charge out of your reaction. It takes you away from the old reptilian part of your brain, which is where you've got the amygdala, which kicks you into fight and flight, and kicks in the rational thought. 20 seconds at the most. All right, so you shift now to a state of focused energy and alertness and calm. All right? And that quickly reduces your anger and your overwhelm, and more important, the drama. Another one is inner ease. That's where you do the heart-focused breathing, but you actually breathe in a state of ease. Breathe out a state of ease. Breathe in a state, now it sounds very simple, and as I say, we have a whole workshop on this. But it's almost like you're in this state of restful alertness. You're in a state of active calm. You're like the cobra I saw in Jaipur the other day. You're there and you are ready for intelligent action. You're just ready to pounce, but you're just sitting there nice and calm. Okay? But coherence. I call my business In the Zone because when I was speaking with Deepak Chopra, I was qualified for about 5 days, and they said, right, you're on stage with him in front of 2,500 people at the entertainment in Sydney, entertainment centre. And I went, wow, what? And I was panicking, and you know, my ego was kicking in, and I'm thinking more about my legs, worrying about other people's opinions, about how I was going to look and sound and this and that and the other. And I remember standing there with my notes at the bottom of the stairs, and something kicked in. And I said, Spirit, can I do your work? With my notes. Walked up the stairs. Don't remember Deepak coming down, but he must have, because he wasn't on the stage when I got there. And I got into this state of being in the calm, being in coherence, being in the zone. So that's it. When we can, you know, getting to this state can get you out of that state of worrying about other people's opinions and getting into tap into that intelligence. And it's interesting because when you get into a state of coherence, the heart, the mind, the emotions and the body are now all in sync. And you know how you say time flies when you're having fun? That's because you're in the zone. That's you're in that state where you can tap into that wonderful heart's intelligence. But to stay in that state, that's determined by our ability to self-regulate and choose our emotions. And stop these energy drains. Now, we've got an autonomic, I'm going to have to move over here a bit. Becomes a bit more science. So we have what's called an autonomic nervous system. The sympathetics like the pedal to the metal. Right? That bit of the system. And you've also got parasympathetic. That's in a state of relaxation. Over here we have the hormonal side of things, the cortisol and the DHEA, the youth hormone, the longevity hormone. This is called the depletion renewal grid. It's a scientifically backed grid. So the word, emotions like anger, frustration, anxiety, They're the ones that get us sympathetic going hard and cortisol kicking in. The feelings of burnout, withdrawal, resentment, they're lower, they're more relaxed, but they've still got the stress hormones and the cortisol kicking in. Over here, you've still got sympathetic going, got a high heart rate going, which leads to, like words like, emotions like excitement, courage and passion. And down here, we have the more contentment, fulfillment and ease. These are the much more physiologically renewing emotions that can really help us to settle down. But now the thing about it is sympathetic and the parasympathetic, so sympathetic being the gas and the parasympathetic being the brake, there's still both branches that connect to your very intelligent heart. And so many people think that our brain communicates with our heart. It's actually the other way around. 90% of the messages come from the heart to the brain, run up through the vagus nerve. So, in fact, you've got a thing called a heart brain. You've actually got 40,000 neurons on the heart. It's quite fascinating. So, what we need to do is, people think that the heart goes boom, 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 and it's regular, not at all. The most behaviorally flexible people, the people whose heart is the strongest, have got a very gaps that are between their heart rates. They're not regular. To get the best out of your body, they need to be irregular. But this is what happens when we get frustrated, angry. We have a heart rate variability that goes, right? That's hardly efficient. And that's what most people's heart rate is like. And that leads to something called cortical inhibition. It closes down the brain, which is why some really smart people do some really stupid things. What we really want to do is get, through our breath, through whatever other technique, get yourself into a state of coherence, a coherent heart rate variability. Okay? So, as mentioned, chaotic leads to cortical inhibition, but through your choice of your reactions, you can create this coherence in your body, in your heart. And so you can generate these smooth, coherent rhythms through your breath, through simple breath, and overlay it with the emotions of appreciation, courage, and patience. Okay? So, to bring it back to my mantra, change of heart changes everything. And it's so important to bring not just the heart back into your business, but into your life. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Deepshika. I'm an entrepreneur coach and plus I run my small healing studio in Delhi called Mind Body Soul. So as the topic reflects, I'm going to talk about the stress. As Maki already said that stress is a choice and it's up to us what choice we make in our life. And of course God has given us no journey. We think it's a long life or we have a lot to do. But if you for a minute really look at and observe our life, God has given a kind of journey to all of us to live. Yeah. Specifically when we talk about this topic, taking care of yourself, God said, people say that, I don't have time, I have kids, I need to take care of them, or too many more excuses, right? My question is that, how and when we want to live our journey? If we don't make ourselves comfortable, we don't be comfortable and confined to our mind, body, and soul. Already Maggie has given the description about complete scientific thing, how it impacts our mind, body, soul specifically, and how when we are in stress, we operate from generally, how do we, can you just help me to understand, how do we operate when we are in stress, generally? I would need answers from you. When we are in stress, how the panic attacks come, something how your mind functions, how your emotion, what it comes in the mind first.
I don't know about the mind, but your heart starts pumping fast. It's like, you can literally hear your own heartbeat.
Feeling, a scary feeling,
Yeah.
a kind of scary fear. What else? Confusion, lot of confusion, huh? And
Irritation,
anger, frustration, and so simplifying, when we are in thought, we are fearful. You want to say something?
fight and flight mode.
Okay, yes. If I simplify, I will say thought, feeling, emotions. Just we have thought something, feeling came. Our thought made our feeling, and emotion came. And every emotion has a different energy, we all know. And love has a different energy to flourish us. Fear has a different energy to make us finite way. And I'll just take a moment over the exercise and let's see what happens in that exercise, right? I want all of you to say for 2 minutes, like, I'm the key, I'm the lock. Let's see together. I'm the key, I'm the lock. 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 Say with energy. I'm the key, I'm the lock. 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 Wow. Is some difference in the energy? Anyone? Yes. Please share. I'm sure there must be. Yeah, what? Something changed or didn't change anything? Lifted.
Uplifted, yeah.
I want some answers from here. You did the exercise?
Yeah.
I'm the key, I'm the lock. Okay, what does that mean? I'm the key, I'm the lock.
We lock our emotions.
Sorry?
We lock our emotions and we have to find the key to, we have to open it up.
And we have to
unlock it. Control, taking control.
Taking control. We have the key, you said.
I said we lock our emotions and we have to unlock it.
Unlock. And what else? What else? I am the key, I am the lock. I'm the key, I'm the lock. I'm the problem and I'm the solution. And I just ask you one thing, if I'm the problem and I'm the solution, why distress?
Yes.
Why distress? Why to make it so going into the drama and all?
Sometimes the people have the key.
We think people have the key, but we are the key and we are the lock. So scientifically, you have got it. I will share the spiritual connect to it. We cut down our own awarenesses whenever we think too much and we be judgmental about something. So we know that meditative stage, when we say that we do meditation, yoga, and all the healing therapies, what is the purpose of it? Purpose is that cosmic energy come to our body and actually provide the energy to all vital functions. And also, that cosmic energy has a purpose to raise our awareness and intuition too. So we all have intuitions. We are a finite being, we all know, right? We have some, whatever the journey we are living, we are going and we following our intuition and we are following our awarenesses. The moment we think too much, we take too much stress, we cut down our own awarenesses. And when we cut down our own awarenesses, that's the stage of depression, phobia, stress, and all comes. If the water can bring out only when my glasses are filled. So I think you confined, I have given the energy level phenomena to it, what they have talked about scientifically. And a small video I would like to share, I come from the modality called Access Consciousness. and they helped and they worked on this a lot to sort out that mind disorders, right? A small 2 minutes video will contribute to a lot.
So the video which I'm going to share it with you is a scientific study. What happens to our mind when we when we actually operate from thought, feeling, emotions, and what happens to our body when we operate from know, be, perceive, and receive. There is another way to operate also, and that way will actually help to raise the awareness. The more we confine to our awarenesses, there are chances to receive more in the life. So a very, very beautiful example, I'll give it to you about myself. I'm a businesswoman into so many, 2-3 things, Have you heard about cryptocurrencies?
Yes.
Everybody. Now these days everybody has heard about cryptocurrencies. And cryptocurrency has given me a lot of profit in the in terms of money. Way back it came in my life in 2012. Whereas I know 80% people know about cryptocurrency since last year only. When this all currency got down and Modi has shut the notes. Yeah. I confined myself that probably I've been following this, and the awareness is high. So actually the world is surrounded with so many things. If we think a lot, we take so much of stress, there is the chances rich things which can give you actually a lot of profit reaches you very, very late. It's just one example I have given you. All the opportunity which can really make you millionaire or great opportunities you might be looking for. That's why a lot of time people say that I do a lot of hard work but I don't make money. How come the other person don't do any hard work? The money reaches to that person very easily. Or someone's relationship is great but mine is not. So a scientific study, I'll just show it to you. This is a small study done by Dr. Jeffrey on the stress, how we can sort this out. We don't have voice, so yeah. Any questions if you have, and you can take that up. I'm done with my session.
It's not working.
No, video is not working. I'm sorry.
You can keep it near the mic, laptop, so that that mic.
Oh, can you do that? This is a great idea. Thank you. Hi, say hi.
We did just that another.
Yes. Thank you. It's very effective study, so I want to show to all of you.
these release the thoughts, feelings, emotions, considerations, and attitudes you've stored in any lifetime. And the end result is, worst case scenario, your whole life changes. Best case scenario, you feel like you had a great massage.
We have several different databases, ways that we can look at this information, and that adds a level of credibility and reliability. And so I'm going to show you all the different ways that we measured this. So we take an EEG, we put the cap on their head, and we measured all 19 electrodes. We did eyes closed, brain on task. Then they did the bars, and then we did it again, right immediately after, put the cap back on their head, measured eyes closed, brain on task. And I'm going to show you what happened. This is a normal brain map. And so this one is before. This was, and you can see the red area that's lit up. That's the area that we identify as PZ, and it's showing that it's, roughly 3 standard deviations above what would be considered normal. So they did, I think it was an hour and a half running the bars, and then immediately after that we did it again. And here's what it looks like. Can you see a difference? Yeah, all right. So this was one measure that we were able to look at. Let's take another glance at something. It's called S-Loretta, and that stands for Scientific Low-Resolution Electromagnetic Tomography. But forget about that. Here's what it looks like. It came out showing us here, pointer down here where this little red line is, and this area is PZ. That's where it was lit up before. We have a different scale, and down here it's showing us that yellow is 3 standard deviations above what's normal. But we know it's at 2.7 hertz. It's in the delta range. So it's a low frequency. But down here it says it's 4.97. So it's almost 5 standard deviations above what is considered normal. It is off the scale of what we're seeing here. So here, after, is what it looks like. So you can see that the dark color here is the normal range. It's also saying that the change happened at 2 hertz. Okay, well that's all well and nice. There's another part that we look at here that is called the S-Loretta part here. And it gives us a triangulation. So we have what's called an x-axis, black line here. Then the one pointing up in the air is a y-axis, and then we have a z-axis. So we get this triangulation showing us exactly where. And you see this stuff here in the back of the brain? Well, that's PZ. That's where you just saw, it all lit up. And here's the after. It's gone. It's gone. This doesn't happen in my world of measuring brains. Not in a matter of a few minutes. Now, being the scientist I am, that's not good enough for me. That's great, but I want to see it in action. You want to see it in action? For real? All right. So here's the brain, the area of PZ that we're looking at there. And you can see the red coming in and out, that sort of thing. This is the playback of the EEG. So we've taken her eyes closed EEG, and we're now playing it back. So I went through and pulled out the pieces that I wanted to show, and they said, okay, make this little movie for me and show it. Now let's look at the after as well. Okay, so here's the after. All right, so that's the after. Let's go to the before. You see it? Here's the before. See all the red there? And afterwards, we see this. All right. Now, being the scientist that I am,
What does the red mean?
So I think this,
the red
this
means
complete
it's
video shows basically when we cut down our awarenesses, we think much, we take stress, what happens to our mind? We go to psychologists, doctors, we take medicines. As we have clarified, it's not, and if we want, we can clarify this part. This is another way out access bars, right, which I practice. So he's been telling if you want to sort out your mind, two things can change your life. One is this choice, and other is the bars. Yeah. That also, if you need more information on the bars, you can connect me. I am an international certified trainer for access consciousness. Also, this was a small study just to prove, how things work. So we know a lot of things conceptually, but how it actually impact our mind, body, soul, that was important to show you. If you need exactly this video, I can, message you. You can connect me on my phone number. Yeah? Thank you so much, and your questions are
So we have about 10 minutes left for a question. If you have any questions for us, let us know. Speakers, if you guys want to come up, so they can direct questions to individually us. I think we gave you a really broad spectrum of what stress relief and taking time for yourself is about. The casual way, the scientific. Yes, go ahead.
I want to ask Maggie. Yes. So so stress is a choice and happiness is a choice. But it's not that easy. It's easy said than done. No. How do you make that choice? Can you enlighten us on that? How do you train yourself to choose happiness and not be stressed? I'm sure it's a longish process.
It is. But once I saw, and I wish my computer was working, but it seems to be jammed. Once I saw what was happening to me in the moment, to my body, my physiology, by choosing anger, by choosing frustration, and I could see what it was doing to my whole system, I was going, why would I do this to myself? Why would I put myself under this duress? Why would I start creating plaque in my arteries? Why would I, you see? And once you have that sort of understanding of what you're doing to yourself, and we've got to go deeper and realize that we're much more important than to damage ourselves. And it can be as simple as choosing your reaction to an event, choosing whether you're going to be angry or whether you're frustrated, or whether you just go, there's nothing I can do to change this. Situation in the foyer just before I came up here, a lady was freaking out because her Uber drive hadn't arrived. If I could have just showed her what she was doing to herself. Another thing is that the hormones that are in your body, if you choose anger, those are hormones, the IgA, are in your body for at least 6 hours. You choose appreciation, they're gone in 5 minutes. So it's a matter of honouring yourself enough to look after yourself.
I would add to that saying that you have to be present. You constantly have to be conscious of your thoughts, and when you find yourself in that state when you want to lash out, you want to do something or hit or whatever, you take that moment, really, because it's hard. I know it's hard. And if you're arguing with somebody, you just want, you just take that breath, focus back into this moment, be present, and then switch. And if you cannot control that, then walk out of that situation. Give yourself time to be alone, to think about what's happening, and then maybe revisit it.
And if I add to something to it, gratitude.
Yes.
Be thankful about what we have rather than thinking about what we don't have. Human tendency is to go on immediately what I don't have, what is not working for me. I am not this, that, and a lot of self-conversation. Just to keep yourself. So being grateful is something that give you immediate platform to move on, being present, what I have, and acknowledgement. So 3 things sums up.
You know what my husband says all the time? It's like, nobody died. You know, whenever you find yourself in that situation, you know, of course, if somebody died, it's a totally different story, but we're talking about small stresses in every day. Nobody died. Like if I was speaking to and I'm feeling energy of people who are not receptacle of what I'm saying, which I kind of felt a little bit today from 1 or 2 people, but that's okay, you know? Nobody died. Right? And it's okay, you know? So nothing is so important that you have to be, you know, so stressed, and it really is not good for your heart. As Meg, you know, this is her thing. It's not good for your heart. It's not good for, you know, everything in your body, and it will create sickness ultimately.
And cut down your creativity,
Awareness.
and your intuition.
Yes, intuition, awareness, that's what I was
It's all
talking
from the
about.
heart. Another thing is the French word for heart is cœur, and that's where courage comes from. It's where courage comes from. It's amazing how you see. I read a wonderful book called Conversations with God, and it said that every single problem in the world, every single challenge, see, I don't even like the word problem, Every single challenge in the world can be traced back to people's need to be right. And you see people in the traffic yelling at people in other cars and things like this. The people in the other cars can't even hear you. Why would you do this to yourself? You've got to realize that your heart and that you are more important.
And from here you start making choice immediately. Change and make the mind shift.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And trust me, we teach what we need to learn the most. The reason that I do stress management is because I was the biggest stress head on the planet.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Now it's now the group. Oh, one more? Yes, please. Which one are we looking at first? Okay.
Wait. Okay, thank you.
Wait.